This is the Detroit Sports Podcast Network.
CBD is a game changer sweeping the nation. This hemp extract is the natural way to elevate your mood, eliminate aches and pains, reduce anxiety, and keep you sleeping all night long. It can even cut your workout recovery time in half. Get in the game today with 20% off all orders of CBD and lavender products from Lavender Lane, a lavender farm located right here in Milan, Michigan. Just go to lavenderlanemi.com today and enter coupon code Detroit for 20% off your entire order. Guys, look, these amazing products are infused with calming lavender to maximize their effectiveness, meaning your CBD items only take minutes to take effect, which is way quicker than those pills you were about to swallow. On top of it, they are perfect for men and women. Lavender Lane has lab-tested CBD creams, tinctures, and roll-ons that are perfect for any situation, even if you're on the go. Put your health back in your hands by heading over to lavenderlanemi.com and entering coupon code Detroit for 20% off your entire order of CBD and lavender products. What do you have to lose? Your satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back. So if you need lavender gifts for your loved ones or just looking for the natural way to ease your discomfort with CBD, go to lavenderlanemi.com and use coupon code Detroit to unlock these miraculous benefits of CBD and lavender. That's lavenderlanemi.com. And remember, use coupon code DETROIT for 20% off your CBD and lavender products from Michigan's own Lavender Lane.
What's up, Detroit sports fans? Welcome back to the Fan Reporter Show made by fans. Man, I can't fucking do this. Cut the music. Just cut the music. Cut the music. All right. Dude, you know what? We're going to do things a little bit differently tonight, all right? So, we normally do our normal intro, but I don't have the heart. I don't have the energy. I don't have the voice, as you can tell. Your boy and I, Andrew, just got back from watching the game at the bar. This is guys. This is directly after Monday Night Football. This is straight up unfiltered, slightly inebriated, as Andrew would put it.
Yeah.
This is our immediate reaction from
raw,
the game.
Unfiltered,
and I got a lot to say. I got something to say about this.
Like, we don't even have time to process the game. This is our initial thoughts, just off the bat.
Which in all reality may not even be the best reaction to give you guys. But you know what? I felt like this is good. It was good content. I felt like I had to bring it. We just got back from watching the game.
Yeah.
All right, we went to the bar tonight, which your boy and I are a bit of degenerates. Andrew over here spent 9.5 hours at this same bar yesterday watching football. And
more than that. We were there till 11, so about 10 hours.
Okay, so about
at least 10 hours.
I'm trying to make you sound a little bit better than you are. Okay? And I was there. See, I almost feel like mine was worse.
Because I finished. Well, no, I didn't finish. I left in the third quarter of the Sunday night game because it was a blowout.
Right.
So okay.
I almost feel
didn't quite finish Sunday night game.
I almost feel like mine was a little bit worse in a certain way because, like, I was there for the 1 o'clock games, left for the 4:30 games to go have dinner with my family, and still made the extra 10 minutes on a 35-minute drive to get back to the bar to watch the nightcap.
Did you take a break from drinking while you were with the family?
I did.
There you go.
I did. I did. And then we decided to go back to the same exact bar tonight to watch our Lions take on the Packers on Monday Night Football. Big shout out to Uptown Grill, and I think it's Walled Lake. Is it Walled Lake or West Bloomfield?
That would technically be.
I think it's Walled Lake. Because it's east side or west side of Hagerty.
That actually had to be Commerce, I believe.
Okay, yes, it is Commerce. So big shout out to Uptown Grill and Commerce. Is it Commerce? Commerce Township. Either way.
I think
Commerce.
Commerce Township, I'd say.
Great service, great food, great drinks. In my opinion, at least, the best place to watch football Sunday and Monday in at least any bar that I've been to. And let me tell you, I've been to a lot of bars.
Oh, yeah.
So big shout out to Uptown Grill right there. If you haven't been there, highly recommend.
Absolutely.
But
great specials on Sundays and Mondays, too.
Hell yeah.
Sundays, well, I mean, right now they got $4.
I will say this.
Fest.
Their Tuesday specials were awesome, too. And I'm kind of mad they're not going to be there.
But if you go for the Sunday night game, it's half off all drinks. And then tonight, half off makers. I mean, shit.
If you like a little bit of bourbon whiskey, they had half off makers on Monday nights, and then they've got Oktoberfest and special all month, so that was a good treat too. But
all the drinks in the world can't.
No, I feel like I've had enough tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to work tomorrow. I got to be up. I got to be up even earlier than normal. I got to be up even earlier than normal.
Yeah.
I've had enough tonight. I need a drink. I need a drink.
We got some.
Please, open the fridge and give me one. I need a drink. It's the
a little crazy Belgian style pale ale.
Yeah.
Andrew, the first thing I saw.
You know what? Give me your thoughts to start this, because I'm so upset. I feel like I'll say something I shouldn't. Okay. I already, literally, we already have to mark this explicit because of 7 seconds into the podcast, I already swore. I already dropped an F-bomb 7 seconds in. We already got to mark this explicit.
So you're saying I'm free to say whatever I want?
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
All right. No, I'll be honest with you. I thought the Lions played a very good football game. Early on, both Nick and I, watching the game at the bar, were getting insanely annoyed at the fact that we're getting down in the red zone but not getting touchdowns, hitting the field goals.
You have to convert. Yes. If you have short field, and they had short field a lot early.
Yeah.
If you have short field, you can't come away with 3 points. No. You have to come away with 7. If you, on the very first play of the game, get a 56-yard play to your number one receiver on a flea flicker, you can't have that end up in 3 points. You have to come up with 7.
He should have broke for that touchdown. I thought he was gone, but I thought he was gone on that flea flicker.
I did too, but the 2 corners on him were a lot faster.
Yeah.
Like they gained quick.
And that's going from a guy who was playing against Galladay in fantasy, and he didn't get less than 20 points. And I was standing up cheering right for him to get in the end zone.
Oh, man.
But, no, that's the big bummer of this game is I thought they played real well all around except for that one aspect where you were penetrating that defense. You were getting into the red zone. You just weren't getting into the end zone. However, I'm not going to front and say that despite that fact that the refs and I have a profound effect in this game, because I thought they absolutely did, especially the last 2 plays of that drive. Last 2 drives of the fourth quarter for the Packers.
I gotta ask, why aren't you angrier? You're very, very calmly saying like if you want my honest take, Lions got fucked tonight. Okay, you guys know
I let the rage out at Uptown. Now
you guys know me. All right,
I literally almost chucked my glass at Uptown.
9 times out of 10, do not like to blame the refs in a game. 9 times out of 10, do not like to blame the refs. I think that there are, and even in this game in particular, I think there are missed opportunities by the Lions in a lot of situations that caused them. They allowed the game to be in the refs' hands and it never should have been. The Lions should have been up 17-0 or 24-0 to begin this game. But instead, you were up 13-0 and allowed Aaron Rodgers to do his thing and make plays. And you know damn well if you give Rodgers an opportunity, he's going to take it. He's done it how many times to you now? That's now his 6th game-winning drive in his career against the Lions. Come on. You can't give him that opportunity.
100% agreed. But just something that really stings about fucking up the exact same call on 2 consecutive drives at the end of the fourth quarter.
Bro, I honestly got that.
And that's not even talking about the unnecessary roughness call.
I thought there was going to be riots. Bro, notice how after Crosby hit that game-winning field goal, there was a good number of Packers fans there, okay? Yeah. Notice how not a single Packers fan was cheering because they were scared. Lions fans were
someone was going to fight.
Lions fans were pissed.
Part of the reason I bolted out there as soon as the kick went in.
It was about to get rowdy. It was about to get rowdy. Like, that bar is not known to get overly rowdy, but it can get a little bit rowdy on football during football season.
You know, anytime you got drinks involved, it could get a little rowdy.
And there's a lot of people at this place. Like, if you're going for a football Sunday, get there.
We had to get there 45 minutes before the game just to get a seat.
Yes. And we almost still didn't get enough seats for 4 people.
Luckily, we had connects.
We did. They take care of us there at Uptown Grove. I'll be honest with you. Matthew Stafford outplayed Aaron Rodgers for 3.5 quarters of this football game. Aaron Rodgers put up his typical magic shit at the end of the game. There's no question about that. But can't say it wasn't aided by a couple of lucky calls by the referees. Man, how hard is it to see hands in the face, okay? Like, he's grabbing his shoulder pad, for God's sakes. Like, it isn't that hard. And you know what? That's the 3rd time the Lions have been fucked over by that. Because the first time was 3 years ago? 3 years ago.
That was a face mask call. That was.
Yeah, but hands in the face, face mask, where Aaron Rodgers.
Where someone has their hand on the shoulder pad.
Still on his shoulder pad, and the refs think it's his face mask.
Yeah.
What is it about the referees in Lions-Packers games that they can't differentiate between face masks and shoulder pads?
Maybe the Packers get coached where if the hand's anywhere near that general area, just make it look like it's hands.
I'll be honest with you, even in these plays, in the Rodgers play 3 years ago, I'll give it to him. He made a great. He
really made it look like it.
He turned his head like he's getting his helmet ripped off. Tonight, no. Yeah. Tonight, no. Dude was getting his shoulder pad ripped apart by Trey Flowers. Trey Flowers did exactly what he was supposed to do. Came up with a sack on the one play, and then what's the dude's name? Lazar caught the touchdown on a ridiculous pass by Rodgers later on. But
it seemed the refs hated shoulder pads today, except for when Stafford got tackled by the horse collar.
The horse collar earlier in the game. Holy hell, man! I don't understand how hard it is to differentiate between an obvious hands to the face or a dude grabbing a shoulder pad. Like it wasn't even that close. No. Dude, Bakhtiari didn't make a motion like he's getting ripped around in the face. No, he stood there, stood tall, and because there wasn't hands in the face, it was on his shoulder pad.
You look on Twitter, even Packers fans, like, yeah, that was
like, okay,
we'll take it, but that was terrible.
One, fine. Yeah. It sucks, but you know what?
It's a missed call.
It's a missed call, and Lions never should have put themselves in that situation.
The exact same call on the exact same
call on the exact same player,
the exact same situation.
Even more important of a situation that would have forced it. That would have given the Lions like a minute and a half to go down by one.
Mm-hmm. Well, all you need is a field goal there, and the way that they had been able to drive in the Packers earlier on in this game, I did not doubt that they could do it.
All the Lions had to do was go deep. Because the Lions receivers were getting past the Packers secondary.
Yeah.
Like, the Packers secondary's had a good start to the season.
Now, did Galladay get hurt? Because we didn't really see much of him after the first half.
I think they put brackets on him. I'll be honest with you. I think they put brackets on him. Because we saw Marvin Jones get called, his number called deep a couple times. He didn't come up with the pass, but we did see him get called a couple times. And then there was the non-called PI, which... I'll be honest with you guys. I know Lions Twitter's all up in arms about it. Mm-hmm. The deep ball to Marvin Jones where the corner draped his arm across his chest, I'll be honest with you, I don't think that's PI. Mm-hmm. This is football. It's a contact sport. I don't think that's PI. I know there was contact before the ball got there. Could have been called
PI. It could have, but it would have been a ticky-tack.
Exactly. Like I would honestly, God, feel like that's an overly ticky-tack call. This is football, for God's sakes. I like contact in football. I like it. Like, we can't make it too easy for receivers in this league, okay?
As much as I don't like Skip Bayless, we have a tweet from Skip Bayless.
Is he still tweeting about his Cowboys losing?
He said, obviously, Trey Flowers twice got called for legal hands to the face in the fourth quarter. Near time did his hand touch face or neck. Second one helped cost Detroit the game. Such an embarrassment on the Monday night stage. I will say I am happy this happened on the Monday stage so that the entire NFL can see
NFL world
the hell
sees
is going on.
The entire football world sees how badly the Lions got screwed tonight. And I'm not somebody who likes to blame the refs. I do think the Lions missed opportunities tonight. The fact that we had 4 field goals, 2 of which were when we had the ball inside the opposite 40-yard line, that's unacceptable in my mind. You need to come out of that with 7, not 3. That's unacceptable. However, 2 crucial drives late in the game that were kept alive on 3rd down, going into 4th down because of an incomplete pass, kept alive because of a bad call by the referees and an obvious bad call. There's not a person in the world that can say that was hands to the face looking at it again. Not a single person. And you know damn well what's going to happen tomorrow, right? The NFL officiating team or the NFL officiating head people are going to come out and say, we screwed up again. We're sorry. We should have got that right. We're going to be better next time. You know damn well it's what they're going to say.
Even the Packers, top trending in the United States right now, and the linked article on the top trending thing for the Packers is Packers come back against the Lions, got an assist from the refs.
How about 2 assists from the refs?
So this is just show you guys we are Lions fans, but we're not being biased here. Like, this is something that anyone watching this game could have seen.
The football world sees this right now. There's no question. And yes, it hurts. It does. It is good to see it.
Not often all you're going to hear us talk about it.
And even the commentating crew was ripping the refs apart. And we could hardly hear it in the bar, but we could still tell they were ripping them apart. It was obvious. And again, I do not like to blame the refs. I am never a guy that blames the refs for anything because there's always situations where you could have never even put it in doubt.
Fact.
But this one hurt, man.
So from Joel Silverberg, Flowers had never been called for a penalty in his career before tonight. And then Dan Wetzel replied, probably because, like tonight, he didn't commit the penalty.
Not gonna lie, that's a good one. All right. Enough blaming the refs.
Yep.
Enough talk about that. We know we got fucked tonight.
Got that off the chest.
We know we got screwed tonight.
Yeah.
I'm angry. You're angry. I was obviously yelling in the bar. You can tell by my voice.
Friday Detroit, probably best for the night. Waiting to see if a ref does the Lambeau leap.
He's probably still there. Does he do it?
Anyway, but back to this game.
See, this is kind of why I like
Lions
doing
players
recordings.
speaking out now. Chris Lacey tweeted out, "We just got robbed."
Wow, good for him. You know what? I hope Matty Patty comes out and says the same thing.
Yeah.
I hope Matt Patricia says, we got fucked. We got screwed by the refs tonight. God, we are just all over the swear jar today.
Yeah. Well, it went down the drain in about 7 seconds.
Yeah. There wasn't even a 10-second runoff allowed there. But, I kind of like doing recordings in the live show immediately following games like this. Like one of our early on live shows, like very early on, like I think
one of our
second
very
show
first
was immediately following the Super Bowl.
The Brady comeback.
And I think after
the
the second Super Bowl during our live show, the very next year, I think we did the same thing. We did an immediate reaction following. I think so. The reason I like doing it is because you get raw emotion out of us, and you guys don't see it as much in the podcast, but on the live show, there's a lot of emotion between the two of us. There's a ton of emotion brought to the table here for sports, for Lions football, for Pistons basketball, for Tigers baseball, for Red Wings hockey, for all of it.
Yeah.
Michigan State football, negative emotion towards Michigan football, but that's a different story. We bring a lot of emotion to what we do here. So giving the immediate reaction is always fun. But I wanted to try to take the emotions out of it here for a second, okay? Because I feel better now that I was able to
vent a little bit.
Blame the refs. Now I'm ready to actually talk about the game here.
So 2 quick points. I really do like how Darrell Bevell started this offense off to begin the game. Really came out guns blazing. But
2 words, not scared.
The negative on this, though, is despite that, they still couldn't get the ground game going.
Nope. Ground game was non-existent, which, don't get me wrong, this Packers defense has been very good this year.
Yeah.
Very good. That secondary in particular, Jair Alexander's been one of the top 5 corners in the NFL this year. He and going in, that secondary looked real good so far. And then Darrell Bevell comes out and says, we're not afraid of you. We're going to throw deep early and often. And they did, and were successful. I wish they would have kept doing it more. I mean, we saw Stafford go deep late, but I wish it was more.
Yeah.
They weren't scared of that Packers secondary, and they shouldn't be, because I'll be honest with you, I'm one of the people that believe that this Packers secondary, as good as it's been, is slightly overrated, and you can beat them. You can beat them deep, and I think Kenny Galladay and Marvin Hall proved that very early in this football game. Got behind the secondary and made a play. Darrell Bevell was not scared. To call a flea flicker on the first play from scrimmage is ballsy. And I liked it a lot. I loved it. Because there ain't no way in hell Jim Bob Cooter is calling that play on the first play from scrimmage. You'd have seen a handoff right up the middle, running the wham play.
Maybe a draw. Maybe.
I'd be surprised to even see a draw play. I would expect just a handoff right up the middle, up the gut, run an ISO run, or a draw play, or not draw play, a wham or something like that, or a power O run, something along those lines. But Darrell Bevell has proven that he is not scared to make things happen and make things happen quick. And that's one thing that I absolutely love about this football team this year. And props to Stafford, because dude put the ball on the money in a lot of situations tonight. A lot of situations. I'll be honest with you, like I said, Stafford outplayed Aaron Rodgers for 3.5 quarters of this football game. Rodgers came up big late, but you expect that.
Yeah,
you expect
got to plan for it.
You expect that. If you give him a chance late, he's going to beat you. He's going to hurt you.
Here we go. Michael Wilbon now tweet out, Phantom call, hands Packers a win. How long before the NFL issues its apology?
Tomorrow.
Do you think the NFL issues an apology?
Oh, hell yes. They have to. It was on Monday Night Football, for God's sakes. They have to. Like, I would believe it if it was like a 1 o'clock game on a Sunday where probably maybe 60, 70% of the amount of people are watching. I'd believe it if they don't then. But tonight, absolutely.
Yeah.
They have to. Monday Night Football, national stage, divisional rivalry for first place in the division. Absolutely, they have to apologize about this. Does it matter? No.
No, doesn't matter at the end of the day. But
It's brownie points at that point because that's all it counts for. This one hurts. It does. And I've been heartbroken as a Lions fan many times by the referees and my own team.
I'd rather a game like Kansas City where we played really well, but we
came up short at the end. And we came up short at the end. But it wasn't at the fault of the referees. This one hurts more because the refs screwed us in this one.
Yeah.
Anyways, I said I was done talking about the refs.
Sorry,
I
Michael Wilbon egged us on. I'm sorry.
But a lot of things to be positive about tonight, to be honest with you, because this Packers team is a damn good football team.
Oh, I'm sorry, nerd. Tony Dungy commenting on something that we actually don't agree on. Tony Dungy says that was clearly defensive pass interference in the Packers. Coaches are afraid to challenge now, though, because these plays have not been overturned recently.
Again, I'll say it.
We both don't agree.
I'll say it again.
Yeah.
I don't think it was PI.
Yeah.
I
Notice I'm making a point not to cite local sources. I'm trying to, if I see any national sources, I'll point it out. But.
A couple key points, though. The Lions' defense against the run was absolutely garbage tonight.
Yeah.
They allowed Jamal Williams to have 104 yards on the ground.
Ran all over him.
Aaron Jones had 47 of his own to go with 19 between Rodgers and Valdez-Scantling.
Yeah.
To combine for 170 yards on 29 total carries for the Packers. They abused us on the ground tonight.
Yeah.
And that's, if you guys are doing the math at home, that's 5.9 yards carry. That's abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. I actually thought the Lions D-line tonight was terrible. I was very disappointed with and you know what? No, I'm not even going to blame the D-line entirely. I'm going to blame the defensive play calling a little bit here because I felt like at times our defense played a little bit scared. The play calling was a little bit scared. Whereas the offense was afraid of nobody, the defense looked like it was afraid of Aaron Rodgers because they were constantly bringing 3 guys to go after Rodgers, allowing Rodgers to get all day in the backfield to find a guy. And if you give Rodgers all day to throw the ball, he's going to find somebody, and he did a lot late.
Yeah.
When it comes to Aaron Rodgers, get pressure in his face. Get back there, do something, and get in his face, force a bad throw, force him to go down, force him to roll out, cut off half the field. We did not get pressure tonight, and the run stopping was terrible. So the D-line, I'm disappointed in. The defensive play calling, I'm disappointed in. Not saying they didn't play with heart, they didn't play with electricity, but I was disappointed the way that things were schemed and the way that things were executed on defense. Justin Coleman early on was absolutely fantastic. This dude, I'll be honest with you, Justin Coleman's one of my favorite players in this football team right
he's
now.
killing it.
However,
he did start getting exposed a little bit towards the
late
end
in
of the
the game,
fourth.
a no-name receiver in Lazar beat him a few times in crucial spots, and that can happen. Got to come up big in big spots if you want to be a big player in this league. Props to Justin Coleman for the season he's had and the game he had up to that point. But once he got exposed late, boy, did he ever get exposed.
Yeah, agreed.
I thought the secondary was very fine tonight. They forced turnovers. Granted, one of those turnovers on special teams. I thought special teams actually did really well tonight.
Again, it just felt like they started getting deflated towards the end of that.
It really did.
Or in that fourth quarter. I had one more thought on this game, but now it's escaping me.
You were talking about the run game before I interrupted you.
No, yeah, but you elaborate on that. And then but my next thought was going to be the run defense, like just in general, the ground game. But, again, you touched on it. The fact that we didn't get nearly enough pressure on Rodgers. We gave him way too much time to throw on way too many plays.
He had all the time in the world tonight. All the time in the world tonight. In fact, there's been very few times where I've seen a quarterback have that much time against the Lions.
Yeah.
And honestly, from what I saw, it had a lot to do with the play calling because we did not blitz at all tonight. I don't think I saw a single packaged blitz. I saw 3 and 4 men rushes all night long, and the sacks were either coverage sacks or Snacks Harrison getting away from a double team, cutting inside, and getting the Rodgers damn near the goal line.
Yeah.
That big play, but we need more of them. Yeah. We need a lot more of them. A couple sacks is okay. We need 4, 5, 6 sacks a game, especially against a guy like Aaron Rodgers. He can't be comfortable. Like I said, if you allow Aaron Rodgers to get comfortable, he will beat you. and he will beat you often.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done it often to this team. He's got 21 game-winning drives in his career in the fourth quarter. He's got 6 of those now against the Lions. That's almost a third of his career game-winning drives have come against the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
So we're used to this situation, unfortunately. But
all right, let's look forward here a little bit. So we're sitting here at 2-2-1.
Kenny had a good day. 121 yards on 5 catches.
Coming up, we do get to host the Minnesota Vikings at home, which Minnesota Vikings looked at like they've picked it up as of late, last couple games.
Vikings are red hot.
So
I'll be honest,
it's a dangerous
Vikings
game.
Scare me.
It's a dangerous
game. They scare
game.
the hell out of me.
But then I do feel like we have some very winnable games coming up after that. In the New York Giants at home, then we travel to Oakland. Chicago could be difficult with that defense in Chicago, but a winnable game. Cowboys, home against Cowboys looking vulnerable.
That's a vulnerable team.
Yeah.
Their defense is good, but that offense looks in total disarray.
And then we travel to Washington against
Who
the
knows how long
Redskins.
Cooper's going to be out for?
Yeah.
Because I think he's a major X factor for that offense. Because if he's not there, their passing game looks.
I'd wager
garbage.
he's back by 5 games
I
from
would
now.
think so, but who knows?
Then we travel to Washington, and we get to host the Bears on Thanksgiving.
Right.
But so some very winnable games though coming up here.
Absolutely. The Lions are not out of this. I know they're 2-2-1 and technically in last place in the division.
That's much I'm trying to get across is for Lions fans are sitting here really down now because of the fact that 2 losses in a row, the bottom of the division
against
we do
really
have
good football teams.
We
people.
do really have a chance to rally because we're now almost out of that really grueling part of our schedule, and now we're getting into after the Vikings game. I think we're getting into the bit of an easier part of our schedule. So we have a chance to reel off a few wins in a row here. We just have to capitalize.
We do. Is next week at home or away?
Next week's at home. That's what I'm saying.
Home? Okay. That's a game I think is going to be very pivotal for the Lions in the way that their season's going to go. Because if they
pivotal, yeah.
they won,
Pivotal?
they can't start pivotal.
Yeah.
They can't start their divisional season 0-2.
Yeah.
With a loss against the Packers on the road, and
right.
they can't lose against the Vikings at home. They gotta pick up that game at home. I know the Vikings.
It's just crazy how we could so easily be 4-1 right now. Easily.
We very easily could. Very easily could.
We could easily be 5-0 right now.
We could.
It's
if they didn't
insane.
blow it in the second half against Cardinals, blow it late against the Chiefs,
We're the
and then
best
get screwed over by the refs tonight.
NFL.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I actually think you're 100% right. But back to the Vikings game, like that team. So going into the season, that was my pick to win the division.
Yeah,
I thought the Vikings just all around. They don't have the best defense in the division. I give that to the Bears. However, their defense is really good. They don't have the best offense in the division. I think I gave that to the Packers.
Well,
however,
balanced team.
Their offense is very good. They are by far the most balanced team in this division, and they are scary, and they're finally hitting a stride. They're trusting, and I've said this on the live show, one of my biggest problems with the way that their offense is run was they ran the ball way too much. They didn't allow Cousins and Diggs and Thielen to do work.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? We've seen all of those guys do work the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
This Viking team is a team to be feared moving forward. However, that does not mean they're not vulnerable. You can beat this Vikings team, as evidenced by what we saw early on. And I think and the way to beat them is to play scrappy. To play a dirty game.
Get some pressure on Cousins, because Cousins has not shown that he can really
put pressure on Cousins
this season.
Punch the ball loose, play a grinded out type of game, which is your Lions team bread and butter so far this year. Play an ugly game, and the Vikings' pretty offense can't be pretty at that point.
I'm going to be honest. While your run defense has been, you're probably gashed on the ground by Dalvin Cook.
You got to be better.
You got to stop everywhere else, though.
You got to be better on the against the ground. You got to be better against the run, because
at the very least, you got to stop everywhere else.
And which is so odd to me, because going into the season, I thought that was going to be our strongest unit.
Really did.
Because at the end of last season, once Snacks Harrison got there, you were top 5, top 3 against the run. And I expected them to only get better this season with the pieces that we added, and they've been terrible. And it's disappointing, because I thought so highly of that group. And I call me a Lions homer, call me a Lions Kool-Aid drinker, whatever you want. Personally, I don't think I am, I'll be honest with you. But I still believe that unit can turn it around. I still believe they can figure it out and stop the run.
They have the talent, too.
The talent is, they have all the talent in the world to stop the run. Hell, and when Mike Daniels comes back, it's only going to get even better. it's going to be absolutely crucial to stop the run against the Vikings and force them to beat you through the air, because that means that it allows you to put in blitz packages. I know the Lions don't blitz a lot, but it allows you to put in interesting blitz packages, confuse Kirk Cousins. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm a Michigan State guy. I'm a Kirk Cousins fan. I don't think dude's smartest when it comes to reading the defense. I don't. Put some confusing looks along the line on defense, and I think he's in shambles. Mm-hmm. Interesting blitz packages, throw some stunts out there, and I think you beat him, because he'll beat himself. Yeah. If you get in Cousins' face, he's going to make mistakes, and that's what the Lions got to do, but it's got to start by stopping the run, because Dalvin Cook, they will run Dalvin Cook 30 times. Yeah, that's the scary part.
Yes, they will.
So you got to stop the run.
Your throat if you can't.
Absolutely.
If you can't
and he'll beat you. And he'll beat you at that game too.
If you can't
that's the scary
slow down
part.
The run, they're going to run down your throat.
Absolutely. So, but again, this Vikings team is vulnerable, as what we saw early in the season. You can beat this team. You can. Mm-hmm. And the Lions, and in fact, I will say that I think the Lions are a team with the personnel to do it, because the way that they play football games, and if the game's in their court where they're playing a dirty football game, a scrappy game, that's not what the Vikings want. The Vikings want to be pretty on offense. And if you're able to force them to be ugly, you're going to beat them.
I mean, going to this game, I knew it was going to be a tough one, but I really thought we could pull this one out, especially without Devontae Adams. I mean,
absolutely. I absolutely thought we were going to be able to pull this one out. I mean, they want to get the spread, if that counts for anything. Yeah. But
imagine they count for like half a win in the NFL if you won against the spread.
Sure, let's have Vegas have more influence on this league.
Packers would get like plus 10 every game.
No, they had a good shot at this game, no question. And honestly, I really thought the Lions played a good game tonight. I felt like they left some opportunities on the field where they should have scored in red zone opportunities. They should have. I mean, Matt Prater either had a 25-yard field goal or a 55-yard field goal tonight. I'm good with the 50s. Yeah. It's when you have the 20-something yard field goals, those bother me. Exactly. Because that means you were in the red zone and couldn't convert. Mm-hmm. And especially if you had short field like the Lions had twice tonight, that's unacceptable in my mind. You got to convert on those. You got to make those happen. That's how Rodgers beats
as
you.
Much blame as you put on the refs, you got to put an equal amount of blame on our inability to convert in the red zone.
Absolutely. And inability, not even just the red zone, but the inability to convert when you have a short field. Yeah. There was twice tonight where the Lions got the football on the 30 or inside it and couldn't convert it into a touchdown. Yeah. It led to 2 field goals.
But
can't have that.
But that being said, I'm not blaming anyone for being mad at the refs this game.
Oh, God, you should be mad at the refs. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to see a bunch of Honolulu blue shirts outside the referee offices tomorrow. Man. Yeah. I don't like blaming the refs, but I have to blame them tonight. It's time and place. Yeah. 2 bad calls in a game are going to happen.
Well, refs, but this was your best behavior on national television.
But this was 2 bad calls in 2 very big spots that directly led to a lot of points, to 10 points, which is enough for the Packers to win this game.
Yeah. Anything else said before we close out?
I mean, I got a lot to add.
Oh, you have more?
We've only talked for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was hot as shit.
You don't have more to add? Yeah, I mean, you don't want to talk about the rest of this division at all? I mean, come on now.
I mean, Bears on a bye.
That's true.
So
I will say a much needed bye for them. They got to get a lot together. Well, we talk about this whole division. Yeah. Well, okay. Let me ask you this. Talk about the Packers tonight. Where does this put the Packers in your mind? Are they the best? Are they truly the best team in this division, or are they just as flawed as the rest?
I can't say that because they could just easily lost tonight as they could have won. So
absolutely.
No, the Packers are still vulnerable in my eyes. They are still vulnerable. It is impressive that they're still able to fight like this without their best receiver on the field. But no, they're still
vulnerable. Need a lot of help, man.
They're still vulnerable in my eyes, no doubt. They're still vulnerable. I think everyone in this division has a major weak spot, but everyone in this division is still a really good team.
So let me ask you this then. Let me see if I can find this real quick. This Packers team after week 4, okay? Mm-hmm. After week 4, the Fan Report Power Rankings.
The Fan Report Power
Rankings had this Packers team ranked 6th in the league, with teams ahead of them being the Rams, Saints, or Rams.
Why?
Rams, Cowboys, Saints, Chiefs, and Patriots.
I dropped Cowboys and Saints, Cowboys and Rams down after
Teams
this week.
behind them, Eagles, Bears, 49ers, Seahawks, Ravens, Bills, and then our
Yeah,
Lions.
moving 49ers up.
Moving Niners up. I'll keep Bears pretty much where they're at. I'm definitely moving Seahawks up. I'm moving Rams down, moving Ravens up, moving Cowboys down.
I'm thinking the grand scheme of things, I think Packers kind of just stay where they are.
But so you think they stay at 6? They don't move ahead of the Rams or Cowboys?
I moved Rams and Cowboys down. I just said.
You don't move. You move the 49ers
But then you move the guys
ahead.
up too. You moving the
You move
Niners
the
up,
49ers
the Seahawks
ahead
up.
of the Packers.
Yes.
Okay. Do you move the Seahawks ahead of the Packers?
Yes.
Okay. Then you have the Packers staying at 6
that's
at
the
that
thing,
point.
yeah.
Do you move the Chiefs down though? Losing 2 straight?
Yeah, but the Chiefs were what, at 2 in our power
They
rankings?
were at 2.
Yeah.
Where do you move them?
Maybe move down to 4. Like I still think they're one of the best teams in the league. Still,
That defense is garbage.
Yeah.
And that run game is garbage. You can't win one-dimensional in this league. I'm sorry. I'm going to move the Chiefs outside my top 5. I'm moving them to 6. I'm going to move my Packers. My Packers. God, if I ever say
All right.
that again.
and that's the fan report. For
If
you.
I ever say that
We're
again,
never going
I
on air
fully
again.
give you permission to kick me in the nuts, okay? Fully give you permission.
You're
FTP.
lucky I didn't throw his glasses right now.
FTP on this show, all right? The Packers on my power rankings will move into the top 5. I'll move the Chiefs to 6. I'll move the Seahawks and the Niners ahead of them. My number 2 team in the league is the Seattle Seahawks, my friend. That team is legit.
Right now, I'm putting the Niners above them. Still.
Too legit to quit. They got a game coming up against each other. The NFC West is looking scary good. Like, the NFC West is
right now,
real.
I do with the Niners with the Seahawks right now,
The Niners have had a shit schedule.
except for last week. Rams are a good team.
They're a 3-3 football team.
Yeah,
they've played. They've played nobody
Got
again.
dismantled by the Niners.
The Saints beat them too. The Seahawks beat them
That's
as
a great
well.
team also.
Oh, I don't think the Saints have played them, but the Seahawks beat them as well.
Another great team.
I know that's what I'm saying.
So, I'm saying, it's not like
the
their
Niners have been
it's not like
tested.
their loss are to shit
So
teams. That's what I'm saying.
the Niners have played now 0 games against a team that has an above 500 record to start the year. 0 games.
One of those they caused themselves.
Okay. The Seattle Seahawks have had a
I don't know.
tough schedule to start.
You can't deny the Niners have been fucking impressive. That
I think
defense
they are.
looks
I will
legit.
say this. I think they are. Against who, though? Against who?
the Rams are a good offense.
Jared Goff is garbage.
I know, but the Rams are a good offense.
Jared Goff, without Gurley, Jared Goff is garbage. It's a different Rams team than what the Seahawks played. Gurley makes an impact, no doubt about it, especially when it comes to game planning. That was a different Rams team that played the Niners than what you saw play the Seahawks.
I still find it impressive when you hold Goff to 120 yards total.
Goff is garbage. Dude has done
You hold
nothing
any
to impress me
quarterback
this
to
year.
120 yards total. I'm finding it impressive. That 500-yard game not impress you at all?
No, because he threw the ball 65 times. I could put up 500 yards in a 65-time peg if I throw the ball 65 times. Shit, I could throw you out as my number one wideout with 17 targets. We'd probably combine for 200 yards.
You throw me out against Jalen Ramsey, you'll get 200 yards too.
Exactly. I'd get
Because
that.
I'm just that good.
Sure. No, I'm just saying I don't feel like the 49ers have proven enough to me on offense to say that they're the number 2 team in the land. In my opinion, the Seahawks are the number 2 team in the land. I'm going to throw the Niners 3. I'm going to throw...
Oh, this shit I'm
Sorry, I'm going to throw Saints 3, Niners... I'm going to throw Saints 2.
The shit I'm seeing on Twitter.
Patriots 1, Saints
boy.
2, Seahawks 3, Niners 4, Packers 5, Chiefs 6. Those are my top 6 teams in the NFL as of this point.
The shit I'm seeing on Twitter right now, bro.
What?
People are pointing out that there's like screenshots right now of the Packers with 13 men on the field on one of the Lions plays. There's no call. There's on one of the false hands to the face calls. There was a hands to the face the other way on Trey Flowers.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like
I'm not gonna dig too much into this. This is me scrolling.
like
through
I
Twitter,
don't
so.
like shit that like people are missing along the line.
Yeah, I know,
Like
I know.
because there's a holding, there's a hands to the face, there's
Yeah.
somebody shoving fingers down someone else's
Well,
throat
13
on
on the field
every
isn't
single play.
holding.
13 men on the field's bad. Yeah, but like there's stuff like that on every single
Yeah.
play, and that's what drives me nuts about the Trey Flowers calls. Is one, okay, fine. But 2
Yeah,
that you
that's what
very
drives me
clearly got wrong is what bothers me. like, I don't know what David Bakhtiari gave to the head referee before this game, but it certainly has a lot to do with what Robert Kraft probably got over somewhere. All right?
Yeah.
You're not even going to laugh at that? Were you even paying attention?
No, I'm sorry. I was making sure I was 13. I was
I basically said David Bakhtiari gave a rub and tug to the head ref tonight, all right? No, but in real talk, Lions left a lot of opportunity on the field. They left a lot of points out there, but the refs definitely screwed them late. You can't give the refs an opportunity to beat you late.
Yeah.
And if you do, when it comes to a Detroit uniform, if you're playing in, on a Detroit team, you're not going to get the benefit out there. You know damn well. It's Detroit versus everybody out here, all right? I'm 26 years old, and I know that, okay? I know I'm young. I know I don't have the years of experience that all that a ton of Lions fans have. Mm-hmm. They've had this happen to them far more than we have. But even I know that you can't give the refs an opportunity to screw you late. It hurt.
Ninja tweeted out he's canceling his tickets to all the rest of his Lions games.
Well, why? It wasn't the Lions' fault tonight. I mean, it partially was their fault.
I think he just doesn't know how to react anymore. He's just livid.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. Have you seen the pictures that he was posting earlier about them going to the game tonight? His entire family, including his wife, are Packers fans.
Oh, wow. So
they were all in Packers jerseys, and he's in a Lions jersey.
Double hurt on
Poor
that
guy.
one.
Yeah. His wife's going to be rubbing in his face tonight. Man, to see Trey Flowers play so well, especially in the one play where he got the sack, and then you had the penalty. That hurts. That hurts. Well, anyways, though, guys. Anyways, next week is another week. Mm-hmm. Keep your heads up. We got Pistons coming up. We got Pistons regular season coming up next week. I believe your boy and I are going to be going to the home opener. Mm-hmm. So if you're there and you want to say hey, hit us up on Twitter at Real Fan Report. We'll be representing Detroit Sport Podcast there as well, obviously, because we always represent our boys over there at DSP. If you want to say hey,
that means we'll be on our best behavior.
Speak for yourself. No, but we hope to see you guys out and about. We hope to see you guys around. We hope to see you guys on Twitter. Definitely check out our live show, www.twitch.tv/thefanreport. Tough loss this week for the Lions, but next week's another week. Yeah. Lots to look forward to. Big game next week against another divisional rival.
This is one at the tough.
And you know what? You know what? I'm gonna call out. I'm gonna pose a challenge to all Lions fans out there. Okay, I want next Sunday to be at Ford Field, the loudest Ford Field's ever been. I know it was loud against the Chiefs. I know it was loud against the Monday night game against the Bears. I want next week.
Throwing it back.
I know. I want next week against the Vikings, a huge pivotal game for the Lions in this season. I want that game to be as loud. I want us to blow the top off that place. Because coming off a week like this, we can't get down. We have to get hype. We have to get loud. We have to get tough. We have to keep going, and we have to show the guys playing in between those white lines that we're behind them.
Yeah.
So let's get behind them and let's rally and let's make this thing happen. Let's keep this train rolling. Take a couple tough shots. Let's keep it going.
Lions may need us fans more than ever.
I think they do. I think they do need us fans more than ever. They need to know that we still believe in them even through all the adversity here. Yeah. We got to keep this train rolling. Yeah. So, challenge to all you Lions fans out there. Let's get loud next week. Let's make things happen. Even if you're at home, scream, yell, cheer, do whatever you got to do. Because I cheer in the bar like crazy. I was probably one of the loudest dudes in the bar. But anyways, guys, thank you again. Check out the live show, www.twitch.tv/thefanreport. We'll be talking all about this week of football tomorrow, actually. Strange Tuesday show. Just because of the Monday night game, we had to watch that. We weren't going to miss that. But normally Mondays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, but we will be doing a special tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, or actually probably closer to 8:30 if I had to guess. Probably closer to 8:30 tomorrow. So definitely check that out.
As for what happens with next Thursday's show, TBD. But
yeah, next Thursday's show will be probably canceled because that's Halloween, right?
No, we're talking about that's when we're going to if we're going to the home opener. That's Thursday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that one's going to be TBD. Halloween's the following week. Is
that Thursday also?
Yeah, it is. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow night for the live show, and if not, we'll obviously catch you guys next week for next week's podcast. But thank you guys again for listening. Hope you're not too far into the bottle tonight because it is still a work night
Yeah.
for most. But tough game. Tough game. But Andrew, thank you for joining me. This has been the Fan Reporters by fans.
For fans.
Thank you guys again, and we'll catch you next week. Have a good one.
Peace.
Peace out.